I get a lot of games like that, Kizron, where I'm looking at something else because it's on sale on my wish list, and when I'm in the game section, it's in a bundle. And I look at those games like they're all right, and I used to pick up a lot of those bundles. Unfortunately, now a lot of those bundles also include a full-priced soundtrack. In which case, I go, oh, I would have spent extra money and bought those other games, but now I'm not going to because I don't really want them. They just would have been, yeah. Cake. I think I want that. Yeah, except, yeah, that's exactly right. The worst part with that is when, like I said, you're looking at a game that's been, you know, fairly inexpensive game to start with, but it's on sale. It's maybe $5, right? And there's another game that might be similar style of game. You know, get a couple of puzzle games. Okay. That game itself's not on sale, but as part of a bundle, you get a bigger discount because you get a bundle discount, which is nice. And there's 2 other games. You know, you look at them. So there's your game and 3 other games. You go, yeah, you know what? 2 of them are on sale. The bundle's discounted. This would be a good bundle. I mean, you just do that, right? That's so satisfying. And you're like, cool, 4 games for, let's go, $20. Like, yep, I can deal with that. Might get around to playing them. And you're like, oh, except it's not. It's $45 because we've included 2 soundtracks at $12.50 each. And that's usually where I go back and go like, well, I only really wanted this one, and the other games look okay, but not enough for me to actually purchase now. Sometimes I do wishlist them if they look okay. But
You must have encountered men and women.
what's worse, because of the way the soundtracks are done as DLCs, you can't just buy the soundtrack. Well, I think you can, but it doesn't work like it because it's considered DLC on Steam. It's like won't play without the base game. So if someone hears a game and they're like, "Oh, I really like the soundtrack on this," tough, you know.
Yes? See ya.
So, yeah, I like the developer publisher bundles. They were good. They still do some every now and then. Can you go down here now? No, you can't. Okay. Go on to the desert.
Another good find.
You're quite the slaughterer. Should I beware of you?
Okay. We got like 20 games in the bundle, and every game company was ever involved with, including things that didn't run on PC anymore. Well, not quite that. Yeah, not quite to that extent, but yeah. You try to do a nice thing and contribute to a project, and basically got the finger for no discernible reason. Are you voluntarily adding to GitHub repositories again? No, okay.
Another good find. Good find, Exile.
Alright. We're in the desert. Gotta kill the mummies. Come on, Bonfire, spill your beans. What's the story? Want details, man. Can't lead in with that a sentence like that and then not fill us in. Or you'll essentially get the finger from here too. Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it, Kizron. By share, it's more for...
Oi!
It was
Over here.
traditionally used more for sharing within the project group, whereas there's some... and it wasn't always... I think it originally was free to use, but then as it grew, it needed to keep it free, it also needed paid services, but then there's like the clause on the free stuff that they're public. I think every account gets X amount of private ones, and if you want more than that, you've got to pay for it and stuff. But not only does it also share, it allows for you to make updates to the project without having to, like in small chunks and independent of someone else working on it at the same time. And then you can have people check over any future any changes before they get actually changed. They're sort of changed in your own copy. So it's really good for, like I said, it gets used like in the industry, you know, pretty much universally as the source control software. But if you're working anywhere, they would have paid money so that they have their own private repositories, so that other people can't see it. You tried to do a thing. Someone said, this is what right looks like. And then you looked and it was the same thing. Didn't even point to what I was supposed to look at, so I had to dig yourself. Then your thing looked the same as the other one. The guy didn't even try to say what was wrong or how to fix. Huh. Oh man. I hate Syndicate. Yeah, screw that guy, Bonfire. Looking for mummies. Mummies? I found the mummies, don't worry. Worried my archaeology degree wouldn't pay off. That's it. Did I find the foothills? I think I did. Am I allowed to say it belongs in a museum? Does the weird noise happen when items of certain rarity drops? Basically, yes. The loot filter sets up different noises for different... You can choose whether you want it for rarity or certain types. And there's multiple. You can set up. You can set up, I think, as many noises as you want. Tai Tai has his set up early game with the Google voice to actually tell him what links. So he'll be cruising around and it'll be like 2 blue, 1 green socket. You know. Two green, 1 red socket. That one in particular is mostly getting quest items. That one's for certain currencies.
Farewell.
Ooh,
Have you ever heard much of the Marraketh legends?
A truly unique cosmology of strange creatures, pagan gods, and powerful treasures.
One such story
plus
talks of a
69
magical stone
mana.
dial.
That's
a
got to be good,
Marraketh
right?
calendar, said to detail important events in the future of our world.
General Adis, a war hero of the Empire, reported in his diaries of discovering a dial meeting that description at a dig site somewhere in the foothills.
It appears the war hero had a secret penchant for archaeologies.
But the cataclysm wiped the land clean.
Blah, blah, blah. What do you want?
See ya.
No life. No life.
Yes.
Take care.
Okay. Thank you. Alright. Killed mummies, got Stormblade, foothills, boiling out, got the acid. Okay, I want to go to the Oasis and kill what's-her-face. Which I think is just there. Oh man, I'm so glad I saw that then, because otherwise if I hadn't, I might have been walking around forever looking for this. Kill Shikari. Here we go.
Not all murders are equal.
Oh, you can also put in your own sounds too, Bonfire, if you want. I don't know if I mentioned that. I think I did. Hey, Warmaster Khan. How are we conquering the world today with... Okay. Apart from the fact that we just played Phoenix Point and had the Pandora virus in today's day and age, I'm now doing it with Contagion and an Essence Drain and a Blight, where... You know, so by literally spreading disease. Like a stupid corona partier. COVID Mancer. Oh man. You see it, you can see it spread there. Anytime, like that's the spread. And anytime anyone with the combo of these two spells dies, they spread it to anyone within the circle. And then that person will spread it to anyone who will spread it to anyone when they die. So you get some areas where if you're running fast enough and the mobs are dense enough, it just keeps going pop, 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 pop. And conveniently as well, if the boss has all of his little minionlings around and is there, it will spread to the boss. Now it'll drop off because it's a damage over time, but it'll do a lot of damage, so... And it's easier than trying to hit the boss sometimes, apparently. This pan's bad. Cool. Oh.
Blue blood drains.
Daughter!
Sorry, Sin. Had to be done, man.
Rest, my child. Be free from the torments of immortality.
Sometimes gross is required to get across the point. You're right, eh?
A mother's keen heart.
Also, I'd made cakes and have since eaten cakes, but there's pics in Discord. Foothills Tunnel Quarry. Leftover pork and venison sausages. You made a decision to cut off your beard? Were you drinking? No need to change. So did you do it, or have you just decided you're going to do it? You're already done did? Ah. It's a really good opportunity to, if you decide you're going to, you can then put out a goal for charity and take it to a workplace. And people will be like, yeah, I want to see you without a beard. I'll donate to charity. And then you get to give money to a charity. And you get to shave a beard you wanted to anyway. The galaxy. Some people plan it for... We have a shave date. It's a shave the date pun goes out with it, but it's you raise money for cancer research. I don't know if it's a global thing. Oh, you're dead, Panz. Yeah, if long enough you can donate hair for wigs, but beard hair doesn't make good wigs. Generally. Thanks, man. I put a little bit too... I poured the butterscotch on that one before we sliced it. I poured a little bit too much, but it didn't matter because we were able to, you know, just put a spoon in the plate, and after we cut a few slices, it kind of soaked into a lot of the other one, the rest of the cake anyway. Hey, so I threw it out there before, but I think everyone was either not here or doing other things. I had a thought of, because I need more projects to work on, just to stop me from getting them done. But I did actually have a thought of survival crafter, tower defense. I don't know exactly how it would work. I was just wondering if it could be fun. Like full on, you know, like Don't Starve, Terraria, stuff like that. But yeah, gotta get towers made. So it'd have to be there'd have to be a real-time element to it. Does there have to be a real-time element? Could it be a triggered thing? Kind of like in Terraria, how you spawn bosses. You do something to spawn the next wave when you're ready. You guess the Goblin Invasion is kind of like that? We don't make towers in Terraria. Or can you make towers in Terraria? Or, like, you're the tower, right? I was thinking along the lines of where, yeah, as a, the player character that you have is almost useless in combat. No, is just useless in combat. Like, you have to build the towers to do it. Also, Orcs Must Die 3 is a thing for anyone who wasn't here the other day when we realized Orcs Must Die 3 is a thing. I thought 1 was one of the best things ever when it came out. It was really good. I liked 2. Not as much as 1, but I think it's just because 1 was 1, right? But I knew a lot of people that really didn't like 2, and I didn't get it. And I liked Unchained. I played a fair bit of Unchained. Quite regularly, going back just as, like, doing the dailies. Well, not dailies, just, like, because you get missions regularly. I think there was a daily. I can't remember now. Pan's brain. It was sad when they had to close that server down. Unchained was fun. Way back, I did some. I streamed it. We would Unchained back on low res Panz. It was almost impossible to watch, but no one cared. Wasn't too bad. Only if you would run. If I was running around too much, it was pretty hard. And when combat got a bit hectic. But we multiplayed. Orcs Must Die Unchained. At some point, 1080p will be considered low res. Yes. Probably. On some levels and for certain that'll never link, right? For certain media, it already is, right? Like when you get the mega displays made up from like multi-screens, and they're all sort of 4 or 8K each.
Come on now.
You know, 1080 across that entire thing would be terrible. Like usually like the stadium televisions for at sports ball games and whatnot. Like a lot of those are multiple displays running 4 or 8K. So it's like a bespoke resolution. So 1080 would be extremely low for something like that. Although you could probably still watch it and be clear enough, but yep. Alright, lightning guy. He's a Kilby. Oh. Got him. Oh, this is League, yeah. League start was on Friday. Towards the end of the stream. I didn't start then. I rarely do League start on day, because it is too close to the end of my stream really to do anything. I've got these. It's these like warriors of Calgurn, and they say for the Calgurn, and it really sounds like for the cowgirls. And I don't know. It's hard to explain. You set up explosives and blow up the ground, and there's like highlighted treasure spots, and you get for the cowgirls, says Crit. No, Calgurn. It's like Kalgur something or other. What is it?
Let's deal. Don't drink the water.
Welcome. I'll sing of you.
Kalgur.
Keep fighting.
Now that I have both of them.
Just in case. But yeah, so you can set up. You get. I think I'm up to 4 dynamite spots. You start with 3, and then the higher levels you get to, it becomes 4, and I think it probably goes up higher than that as well.
Yes.
So there's a detonator, and you could put a circle down. To be fair, you're in for either just to know what you're in for. So it gives you an area about that big where from a certain distance you got to put it from the detonator, and then from a certain distance from that one you got to put the next charge and then the last charge.
Take care.
And you want to overlap these little plot. They've archaeologists out the plot points where there's treasure or I think they're calling them revenants or something. And the revenants have the modifiers like the plus chance to X loot or whatever. But they also come with negatives like extra hit points or minus chance to minus damage from this thing. So then you set off the charges, or you push the plunger on the detonator, and the charges go off in order. So if you're quick, you could probably deal with the monsters that come out of the ground during the first charge, and then head on to the second one, or you can wait and round them up. It's like Tomb Raider. Find a grave, blow it up, take the loot. Yeah. Yep. Except with absolutely zero pretension of having any form of finesse. So exactly like Tomb Raider. Well, that's true. It's called Tomb Raider, not Tomb Archaeologist.
My love. You were too beautiful for this ugly world. I shall find you in the next.
Archaeologist Simulator 21 when? Can you even play a raider class in Path of Exile? You can, yeah. That's true. Oh, you're saying you can, yeah. Since having a bad day, he put the hit out on all these people. Like, I'm killing who he tells me to. Here, you want to be mayor or whatever it is?
Yes? Be careful.
What is that one? Oh, I didn't get the Calendar of Fortune. What does the Calendar of Fortune give me? Has the calendar a, do I need the calendar crit? Is that a point? It's only regrets. Thank you. There'll be no regrets here.
Here we stand.
Alright, Sin, bust open into your beast again. Hey, Warmaster Khan. I'm getting trying to get feedback from everyone. And how we could work it. Looking for potentially I don't know if it'd be every week, but a day of the week or a day where we showcase. I'm thinking 3. I don't think you could do 4 games unless you did an hour per game, but that's probably a little too light. Thinking 3 games at about 2 hours each. And some talky time in there. In between. And obviously there's some type of games that just probably wouldn't work too well. Like, you don't want to start I don't think a story game would work with that at all. I think you get obviously the roguish games, so I think you get some action games in there. Indie games. A lot of indie games would probably fit. Really? You had a tab talk over me? I hope you assassinated it. Oh, who are you? Droolmore. You look like you're straight out of Diablo. Let's have like a showcase day where we're thinking 3 games, 2 hours each, talking time on whether we like it or not.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
And then decide whether it goes in the to play list or that was fun. The only real issue is if a game's really good and it's like, oh man, we booked in these other games to play, but well, I guess that's when we put it into the let's play this soon. I guess I just have to
got
get
another one for
I mean,
ya.
I've got a few at the moment. Games that I want to have a look at. I start putting together. Start having a look at those. Well, that's it, right? So it has to be. I do get some sort of privilege as a streamer when it comes to asking for game keys. So that helps out a bit. Yeah, from devs. Not always, unfortunately. Some of them say, no, you're not good enough, Panz. But, you know. Nuts
The
to them.
souls of these three continue.
Leave it. Could also be a way of looking at. Quite often, people suggest little games that are coming out, and I sort of look at them and go, mainly because I don't want to sort of dedicate a huge chunk of time. Whoa, Shav. Calm down. Calm your farm. Well, normally it's I don't want to put a, like, yeah, book a stream day in for something that I look at and I go, I don't know. I guess a lot of games you don't know, but, you know. Stop that. Shagging gloves. One down. I could definitely, especially upcoming games. Could look at viewer submitted. There you go. As long as no one suggests anything rubbish. Ah, that's not fair. There's no such thing as rubbish games. Just rubbish develop. Wait, can't say that either. Bonfire only suggests the most quality of trash. Yeah, quality trash is okay. That low quality trash that other people suggest, that's not okay. Don't be that guy. Get blighted on. You added one to the list that isn't out for another 2 days. You didn't even know it existed till a few hours ago. You have your fingers crossed it'll be awesome. Appears to be similar to game series you loved, which is decrepit now. What's it called, Kizron? Oh man, Doedri's next. Not looking forward to this one. Chernobylite? Oh, it's been in early access for a while. Yeah, it looks interesting. Reminds you of the Stalker series? Because they're both in Chernobyl. I've got the Stalker series. I wonder if there's enough enemies to go. No, probably not. Alright, Doedri, let's go. I drop these buffs off. Oh, that's how. It's an interesting theme, hey? Alright, Sin. Let's do it.
At last, out.
Hello, big boy. Ugh. Ooh. Can't decide if you want 100% lightning returns or not. You're at 50%. Dude, that's pretty good considering a little while ago you're like, I hate this game. And then it's like, yeah, I just don't like it that much. I might 100% it. Oh, Tyranny, Divinity Original Sin 1 or Metro Exodus. Have you played the previous Metros? I've only played the first one. I've got the other two. Crown of Thorns.
I ain't gonna lie to you, friend. You look like actual shite. Like a real big steamy pile of goat droppings. What in the bloody hell happened to you since we last crossed compasses?
Your question... Well, I suppose...
Let's go.
Ready to go? Just in time.